Welcome to the Squarespace Basics tutorial. Today we're going to walk through just some of the different elements of Squarespace and different things that you may need to know when you're needing to update different parts of your site. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. So when you log into Squarespace, this is what it'll look like. You'll see your website here on the right, and then you'll have pages, design settings, all of these different areas. So we're just going to walk through some different elements of what all you may need here. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and go into the pages. And this you will just see is going to have all of your different menu items listed. And then also down here, you'll see some pages that are not linked. So this basically just means they're not going to show up in your menu bar. So I wouldn't mess with the arrangement here. If you need to add a new page, you'll be able to add that here. And then if there's different pieces of this that you need to remove, say you don't need this element anymore, you can go ahead and delete it. But just be cautious when you do that. And then, so that's pretty much most of the menu. If you come back home, we'll go into the design and just go over some of the different elements we have in here. So first off, you'll see logo and title, and this will all be filled out for you. But if you did need to change something for some reason, this is where you do it. So this is your site title and tagline. This is optional. You can add it if you want. And then we have the logo image. This should be uploaded here. And then the browser icon, which will show up top right here. And this should already all be set up for you. Next, we have template, and this is the main template for your site, which has been customized to fit your website. And this is something that you probably just don't want to touch as it'll mess up your design elements. But just so you know what this is. And then next, site styles. This is where a lot of different things happen in here. So this is basically a lot of the different color, fonts, different elements of the site. And you'll see when you're in the site styles that as you hover different items, a little blue box will show. And that's just showing you what element, like if you need to edit. So if I click on this, it'll pull in heading 1 in the colors. And this will change all of this throughout the site. So if I change this color, it's going to change the color of all heading 1s throughout the site. You shouldn't really need to make any changes on this, but it will just help you have a good idea of what all is here. It has things like background color, the position of your header. Like I said, lots of different colors, padding elements, and then some different like button icons. But yeah, you'll see like if I click a button, it'll pull in the features of that specifically. But we should have this all set up for you on your site already. Coming back here. And then these elements, this is a lock screen. If you had like a password protected page, you could edit that here with a different background image or different text. And then a checkout page, if you do have e-commerce, this is where you would set up what the checkout page looks like. But we would already set that up for you if you do have one. But if you're adding it at a later point, this is where that would be set up rather than in the commerce section of the site. And then a 404 not found page, this will already be set up for you. And then access denied, that's just a member area, so you shouldn't need that. And then here, this is custom CSS. We will do some edits in here, but I would say just avoid this unless you kind of know what you're doing, but otherwise just avoid it because it's where a lot of the specific design elements are, and it can be easy to tweak it on accident if you aren't totally sure what you're doing. And next we'll go into commerce. So in here, there's lots of different settings available. So within this, if you have a store set up, you probably will know how to do this, but it'll show you like your orders, inventory, customers, discounts, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It can walk you through like setting up your items. You can add products, add how you're going to get paid, choose a subscription plan, and a lot of this should be set up already when you go through and set up your website. Next, we have marketing. Here at the top, there's email campaigns, and you can go through this and it will allow you to set up different emails. You can use a template, create a mailing list. It kind of has a lot of different options of what you can do and some great resources like best practices. So this is a great option to play around with if you want to use it for your email campaigns. And then in here, there's SEO, and we've already done a lot of SEO when you get your website, just with like the copy and all of that, but there's some additional resources. This will take SEO checklist, can take you to a new page, Google search keywords, and then it'll just show you how you are going to appear in search appearance. And then promotional pop-up, if you do want to add one of these to your page, this will show, you can change when it shows, but it's like what will show when a user comes to your page. There's different options to like join mailing list, click a button, sign up for a newsletter, different options. And there's lots of great layouts available for you to use. And then there's also the announcement bar. This is a great, it will be the bar that goes along the top here, like that. And you can style it back in site styles. But if you have a certain like special going on for a few weeks or something like that, this is a great thing to use. And then these are just some different social media things that you can go through and look at. And then next, scheduling. This is pretty new to Squarespace that they have it built in, but if you want to manage your appointments directly through Squarespace, you can do that. It's like with the automated bookings, sync with your calendars, accept payments from clients, etc. But that will just be an additional plan that you can set up if that's something you'd want. Analytics, this isn't, this is just a great way to see information on your website and see like your sales, traffic to your website. It'll kind of show all the different things, which is really awesome. And then like the geography of who's looking at it and traffic sources. So it's great to just look at this every now and then to kind of check out what all is going on with your site. And then profiles, this will show like, walk you through it a little bit, but like manage your audience with profiles. You can see information about them, their email, subscribers, and more all in one place. And then create them into different segments, which is great for targeting them in your emails. So we won't set this up for you, but you can go ahead and use this tool if you would like to. And then here in settings, you can add password protection to your site, or you'll most likely want to just make it public so that anyone can see it, and that will already be done. Things in here that you may need: social links. This is where you can link up Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, etc., other social links you may have. And then domains. This is where your domain is. If there comes a time that you need to change this, this is where you can do it. You can get it through Squarespace or externally, and it will walk you through how to set that up here in Squarespace. Google Workspace, you can connect to your Google Workspace. So if you want to have like your custom branded email address. And then billing, if there comes a time that you need to switch your payment information, that can be done in here. You can see your past invoices and your subscription to the software. And then this is just some other information that you shouldn't totally need. And then next we can go back. So now I'm just going to walk you through like how you will edit a page to make some changes. So if you go into pages, like I showed earlier, these are all of your navigation, and you'll see, I'll just briefly explain what these little icons mean. So the two rectangle little bars, mean it's an index page, which is what most of the pages will be, aside from the blog, which will be shown with an A. And then within the index, there's all of these different pages. So this is a literal page, and those are all contained within the page. So each of these can be edited separately. You'll see like this, the intro. So that's all of this block, and they're kind of usually separated by blocks, and you'll see the label up here. So when you're editing, you'll actually edit each one of these separately, versus just edit, like if you're editing this section, you can't edit this one at the same time. So to get down and edit this one, you'll have to click save or cancel. So I will walk you through just how some of the main edits you may need to make while working on your site. So first, to edit copy, we'll come in here and click edit, and then you can select it. It's basically like a normal text box, and erase it. And then you have, this is undo, you can bold, italicize, link. If you want to link something, here you'll see you can put, if it's an external link, you can copy and paste it in here. Or if you want to link within the site, say to the about page, you'll do backslash, and then you'll see you have all the pages here you can select from. So we could just click about, and then it'll like link all of that for us. Oops. Discard. Okay, so I messed up there. So you can just click discard. And then here you can change if you want it to be one of our different heading sizes, you can do that, or just normal is going to be your paragraph font. You can add some different elements like numbers, bullets, tab. And yeah, that's the main thing for the text. Some of these elements will be custom coded, best just leave those alone. If you want to change out an image, you can double click on it and then click remove image. And then you can either upload or search for images, and that will pull up all of the photos you've already posted, as well as this has a lot of free resources. So say you wanted like photo of a tree, there's going to be all sorts of these, and these are just free to use. Or if you want to look into the paid options, they have those as well. And then like editing the text link, if you want to edit a button, you can change the link there. And just there's some different design resources available. And then if you want to add new, like say you want to add more text here, you can just go down, click the plus, you'll see these plus arrows pop up. And then you can add, there's a whole bunch of different options. So you could do text, image, a gallery, line. I'll just add a line. And then say you want to add text, you can go ahead and type it. And then adjust the spacing. Maybe you want to make it larger. And then if you'd like to add an image, click image, and you'll see it'll automatically go inline. So obviously that's really big, but let's just go ahead and select one. And then if we want to move it to the side, it's pretty much just drag and drop. So you'll pull it up and you'll see this little line, and that's going to put it beside this one. And then with the images, there's quite a bit you can do with them. So if we go over to design, these will make it like have a caption below, but we'll just leave it as inline for now. You can do shape. Squarespace now has a lot of really great options for shape, like an oval, this fun little shape. Just a lot you can do. Or original, and you can also add corners. So if we just want one corner changed, we can do that. And say the opposite one, it'll give you this fun little like petal shape almost. And then you can also do animation, and there's quite a bit of different things you can do that will fade it in and reveal your photo in a different way. So next I'll show you how to do the blog. So you'll come down here and you'll see, well, first we have the blog page, which will likely be set up for you. And this is going to pull in all of your blog posts and it'll automatically show the description and the title and then your image. So to edit these, you'll go to the little A and click blog. And here you're going to have all the posts so far. So when you come in here, you'll see here we put the title. Here would be where you type out the post itself. And you can also add like basically the same as on a main page. You can add images, text, buttons, video, lots of different options for the blog post. You'll edit it right in here. You can add a category. This will sort out your post by different categories if that's something you need, as well as tags. And then options, this is where you're going to add that image. So like earlier, you can search or upload your image. If you have a source of your article, you can add that there. And then here is the excerpt, which is what is going to be the little description that's going to show below the title on your blog page. And then if you need to add another, you can either go into edit and then do duplicate, or just click the plus arrow and then it'll let you go from scratch here. And you can also do, there's some SEO tools built in if you want to add a title and description yourself or share it on social media, as well as email. And then if you need to add a form to your website, there's probably already one on there, but if you want to add more at a later point, you would just come in and you would do add form, and then you can change the name. So if you want it to be like contact, this is the button text down here, edit form fields, and there's a ton of options for what you can do. If you want to remove one, do edit and then the little minus sign. And you can change, if you don't want to say message, if you want to say like, how can I help you? You can change that there. You can make it required or not. And then you can add, and there's like checkbox, survey, address, website, all sorts of things that will probably be useful for you in your field. And if you want to have a pop-up form, that's also an option. So we'll go to design and then lightbox, and that will make it so you click and it will open. So that pretty much covers all of the different design options within Squarespace. Let us know if you have any questions, and we're so happy to see your website go live.